I'd love for you to maybe dive into a little bit about how that career ended and your transition out of playing soccer into the next chapter of your life, because that was something that I struggled with playing football. I played football in
Yeah.
college, and then getting out, it's like, okay, that was my obsession for, my whole life was like, I just wanted to, like, be in the NFL. I wanted to play
Hmm.
college football, do all those things. But after you struggle with that kind of like identity loss and like, okay, what is that next thing that I do? So I think one, to just kind of like wrap up what I'm saying here is like, one, I don't think it's like you shouldn't like wish that for anything else, because it unfolds exactly the way you should and leads you to this person that you are now. But also, like, what was that like for you when you left the field?
Yeah, you're right. Like, you shouldn't regret anything. You know what it is though? I'm just jealous of like child prodigies. Like, I'm jealous of people who compound around something for so many decades because it's just incredible what you can create in your life. And I could talk more about that. But the other question was about soccer when I stopped playing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, it was one of the happiest times of my life, like literally. And like I did 2 years at one school and then transferred because basically I got hurt, wasn't playing good, and my coach I had to transfer to keep playing, so I transferred. That so I guess I was obsessed. Like I literally left my school to go try to keep playing. Um, and so transferred, got really bad season ending injury like right away. So it's like that's it. And then I was supposed to go back and keep doing it, but I was just like, I'm done. Left that school, went home. And like I said, that moment when I left school, happiest time of my life. I felt like I had my whole life back. I felt like I had unlimited time, unlimited energy. And that's when I started working out, started like filling my brain with all this, like start a business, social media, all this good stuff, or like debatably good stuff. And yeah, it was the happiest time of my life. I remember just working out for like 2, 3 hours a day, and it was incredible. Like, there was so much freedom, and I had this thing which was, for me at least, holding me back with sports. So, unlike, did you have a good career in college? Sounds
I
like you
had
did.
so I was kind of like you. I was on and off hurt
Sure.
for the first couple of years, and then my junior season or my freshman year, I was kind of, I don't know, was special teams. Sophomore year, I was starting,
Okay, so
to,
pretty good.
but then I tore my ACL
Yeah,
the week before the season started, kind of
yeah,
same as you. So I
yeah,
was out that whole season. My
yeah.
junior year, I was hurt on and off, and then my junior spring was COVID. So then my senior year of football got canceled,
No way.
completely canceled, and then I was ready to just graduate and hang up the cleats or whatnot, and I felt this, like, there's something in my gut, something in my heart telling me, like, "You're not done yet." And so it was January 24th, classes started January 25th. I was literally packing up my car to go drive to school for my last semester, and I was like, "I'm not going." And I withdrew for the semester and trained harder than I've ever trained for anything. Literally became obsessed. My whole life became around optimizing my health, my strength, my recovery for football for the next, however long, like 11 months from there. And I had a really, really good senior season, but the first 3 years were up in the air.
Yeah.
But
What'd you say you played? What position?
safety,
Nice.
yeah. So it was great, but I had a decent career. But um, yeah,
Yeah, and so for me, it was a little opposite. Like, mine was not decent, and so mine was just bad, and so I was just like, there was so much freedom, and like
mm,
a lot of people had like I think the negative. It's actually interesting. Like a lot of people had the negative side of losing their identity as like an athlete.
yeah, yeah.
Like you said you kind of did,
Hmm.
but I kind of had like the opposite. Like it was great. It was like amazing because like I no longer had like it was a negative for me.
Right.
And now is it good now I was able to go create this whole new identity, from scratch, which for me was amazing.
So what
Yeah,
was that thing that you dove into? I mean, you mentioned working out, but
yeah.
what else was your obsession?
It was lifting, started the first, event business, and just, like, really those 2 things. But I was really skinny, like, was really into lifting for a while. And, yeah, they just completely took over my life. And like I said, I just felt like I had so much energy and time. And so I think, like, losing that identity can be an amazing thing. Whether it's like a good identity or bad, just like starting from scratch can be amazing.